Ridiculous Danger presents Baron.
Time for your WFJI news break. President Reagan announced today the Global Positioning System, a network of
Hey, Natalie.
satellites developed by
I've been
the
driving for
Defense
about
will
6
soon
hours now, and I haven't seen a single hill. I forgot how flat it is out here. It's just field after field after field. Sometimes you get the joy of a thicket of trees or a creek bed, but mostly it's just flat land. Anyway, I'm about an hour from Williamson, and I'm bored as shit. So, I thought I'd give you some entertaining banter to enjoy in the editing booth. I don't know. My equipment's in the trunk, so this'll have to do. I talked to this guy at a gas station outside Chillicothe. Everest Weaver. How's that for a name? In addition to running the station, Everest raises bison. I shit you not. He's got about 11 or 12 bison in this big pen behind a 76. And no, they weren't buffalo. I thought they were, and he got all serious. He told me, contrary to popular belief, the buffalo do not roam on American ranges. Buffalo are native to Africa and Asia, he said. What we have here in the States are, in fact, bison. Have you ever seen a bison up close? God, they're huge. Like 9.5 feet long and up to 2 tons. Can you believe that? They're these hulking monsters. But their eyes, they've got these big, kind eyes. Deep brown with a blue sheen. Expressive, you know? Surprisingly so. He sells them to a butcher in Columbus who deals in... Shit. Oh, shit. What? Oh, that was close. Jesus, what the fuck was that? A bear? Or, I don't know, a deer? It looked like it had antlers, but... Oh, my God. Oh, maybe I better focus on my driving. Okay. This is Peter Sommers. It's, just after midnight on September 17th. I'm at my grandparents' property in Williamson, Ohio. Jesus. They said there was a fire, but I didn't expect... The whole field is gone. The whole crop. Man, I can see all the way to the tree line. Oh, hey, looks like the old barn is still standing. Little miracles, I guess. God, this place hasn't changed a bit. Man, this room seems so big to me as a kid. Now it's so small. How can I describe it to you, Nat? It feels like a cabin or a lodge you might find on like a mountainside. There are like dark wood walls that sort of offset the aging somehow. And the pictures on the walls haven't changed at all either. Man, like it's Grandpa sitting on his tractor. Oh yeah, Grandma sitting on the porch swing. Hey, there's Aunt Jessie in pigtails standing astride her bike. Aw. Oh man, here's my dad cradling a weathered football. He's 12 in this photo, I think. Ah yes, here's me. A chubby little baby. Face painted with pureed peas. Right, okay. Here we go. The Journey Home. Oh, that's just a working title for the piece. I'm sure you can come up with something better. Oh, yeah, okay, anyway. The Journey Home, September 17th, 12:43 a.m. Okay. John and Harriet Sommers spent their lives working the fields surrounding their modest home in Williamson, Ohio. A small town like many others that dot the map in the Midwest, the South, the Northeast. Jesus, what is this, a travel show? Hang on a sec. A small town like many others that dot the map in the Midwest. Downtown is just 3 blocks long, and the sturdy stone buildings surround the town's sole stoplight at Bailey and Main. Wait, is it Bailey? Yeah, okay, yeah. Downtown is just 3 blocks long, and the sturdy stone buildings surround the town's sole stoplight at Bailey and Main. No, shit. Wait a minute. Downtown is just 3 blocks long, and the sturdy stone buildings surround the town's sole stoplight at Bailey and Main. It's a farming community, filled with and surrounded by fields of corn. John used his tractor to help plow snow from the streets in his neighbors' driveways, and Harriet organized seasonal bake sales for every one of the Lewis Rose Elementary fundraisers. They were loved by the townfolk, and their sole grandchild. Fuck. God damn it. All right, Nat, that didn't feel right. Ignore all of that shit. For now, I'm just going to record some notes. I should be able to do that without fucking up. There's no reason to rush the... Did that pick up? Did you hear that? Sounds like a cat in heat, maybe? Maybe a barn cat saw my... What in the hell? That didn't sound like a cat. Oh, shit. It's at the door. Nat, I only shut the screen door. It's scratching at the bottom panel. I think I can see metal denting. God damn it. Hey, I just broke my grandma's glass goat thing. She loved this thing. Well, I don't know why I'm getting so worked up. I'm clearly tired. I'm jumping at goddamn barn cats now. I need sleep. All right, look, good night, Natalie. Thanks for keeping me company on the drive, even if you aren't going to hear any of this until I get back. Okay. Look, I'm just gonna narrate what I'm doing, and we'll see what we get. Oh, and I slept kind of restlessly, so bear with me here. This could be a mess. I don't know. Thank Christ, Grandma and Grandpa were coffee drinkers, because this stash of Maxwell House I found in the pantry is the only thing keeping me upright right now. So here's something odd. In the 20 years or so I've been gone, it looks like my grandparents got into rare book collecting. The modest 3-shelf bookcase I remember from my youth has been replaced by a massive one that spans 2 entire walls of their bedroom. I mean, the bedroom wasn't that big to begin with. It's filled with all sorts of books in at least 13 different languages, some I didn't even recognize. Worst of all, the whole collection is littered with rat shit. It's on top of the books, behind the books, in the pages, like in the pages. I went around the rest of the house and didn't see any droppings anywhere else, including the pantry, which is the only reason I'm enjoying this cup of joe right now. Grandma was a bit of a neat freak, so I'm not sure how or why she'd let this go. I don't know. Maybe they started collecting or even dealing in rare books? I just don't understand. I should have stayed in touch with them more. Anyway, the books are in various states of disrepair and in no discernible order. It's going to take me a week to pack these up. Ah, gross. More rat shit. Great. I need to get some traps. Hey, Natalie. Yeah, I've had quite an afternoon here in scenic Williamson. This whole place seems to have an aversion to progress. Unless it's about God. When I lived here, there were maybe 3 churches. Now there are at least 9 by my count. And I only saw the west side of town. Grandpa used to say you could gauge the morality of a citizenship by the number of churches they had. More sinning means more praying. Oh, thanks. Another cup of coffee and you get a sec. Unsurprisingly, Garrett Tool and Lumber only had 4 no-kill rat traps, and I bought them all. I mean, they had like 20 other kinds of traps, but I'm not interested in becoming the John Wayne Gacy of farm rodents. I talked with Callum McDonough, who is a book dealer. Well, I guess he is the book dealer here. He opened a bookstore on Fuller right after I left town, sounds like. He wouldn't, he didn't want to go on tape, but he said my grandparents were regulars, and they always had specific requests, not just a book on, like, farming techniques or whatever, but they knew the exact title and author and original published date, so I don't know. I mean, it sounds like they're pretty serious. So then I stopped by the sheriff's department office. Now, if there's any such thing as like a quaint police office, Williamson's got it. I'm not kidding. I like expected to walk in and see Barney Fife sitting behind a desk. The town is so small, they only have one deputy on shift at a time. And that deputy was Deputy Greer, Nathan Greer. He wouldn't go on tape either. I got a copy of the initial report, though, so I'll see if... Okay, I get it. Guess you don't cotton to strangers, right? Okay, don't sweat it. I used to live here.
I know who you are. You're that Sommers boy. Why don't you get?
Look, I'm just here to close up my grandparents' house and collect
They
their...
shamed this town. They shamed us all.
I don't know why they torched their field. That's what I'm trying to find out.
That fire's the best thing that ever happened to them.
Jesus, lady, those are my grandparents you're talking about.
Just get out and let us be.
Sorry for that interruption, Nat. Townies around here don't seem to know what to do with the, with what my grandparents did. I'm back at the house now. I set 2 traps in the bedroom by the shelves and 2 in the kitchen just to be safe. I will ferociously relocate those rats. I meant to look this over at the diner before I recorded, but, all right. Deputy Greer's report says, let's see, summary. Here we go. A fire was reported at approximately 1:30 a.m. the morning of August 22nd. Reported by Arthur Mead, who saw the glow of the fire from his bedroom window. Jesus. Arthur lives 2 miles from here. Must have been some inferno, I guess. The Williamson Volunteer Fire Department was aided by Dryden and Allister County Fire Departments. Hey, does that make that a 3-alarm fire? I should check on that. Upon extinguishing the fire with no sign of John and Harriet Sommers, special investigators were called to the scene. Okay, Dryden County arson investigator Sam Gianetti and Sheriff's Department homicide detective Ron Tuttle. Gianetti and Tuttle. Watch out, Simon and Simon. Blah, blah, blah. Discovery of a rudimentary torch believed to be the ignition source, and only 2 sets of footprints matching John Sommers and Harriet Sommers respectively indicate a joint suicide. Okay. Well, that's what the cop told me on the phone, so, I shouldn't be surprised. It's still a little weird to see it in print, though. I mean, were they really suicidal? If there was... Oh, the trap! I got one! Hang on. All right, let's get a look at you, you son of a... What the fuck is that?
Baron is created by David Vienna and is a Ridiculous Danger production. For episode credits and more information, visit baronpodcast.com.